Hey Richmond, Virginia, are you curious to know what's happening in our local real estate market and what's projected to happen in 2024? We'll cover that today on your December 2023 Housing Market Update. What is going on, party peeps? In this video today, we're gonna give you a housing market update. We're gonna be talking about home prices, and we're gonna be talking about 2024 home price forecast. And if you stay to the end, we're gonna give you 3 tips for our seller clients as well as for our buyer clients. As we do always, let's jump into it. So I was recently at a holiday party and was surrounded by neighbors and friends, and a lot of people are asking the age-old question, how is the market? And what I realized when people are asking this question, most people don't necessarily want to know the facts and the figures and all the fun stuff that we break down in this video. The core question is, the question that's not being asked is my equity safe? And it's very interesting too. I saw a recent Fannie Mae study that 1 in 4 Americans still believe that home prices are going to fall over the next 12 months. So there's certainly a lot of fear, certainly a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace today. I am happy to announce to you that if you live in the Metro Richmond area, by and large, you are safe, your equity is safe. If you look at the graph, you'll see that we've seen 8.7% year-over-year appreciation from November of 2022 to November of 2023. The median days on market in the month of November was 7 days, and the average percentage of list price, meaning how much of their list price did sellers sell for, in the month of November was 100% across the board for resale homes in the Metro Richmond area. Now, you might be asking yourself, Chris, how can that be? That sounds too good to be true. How is our real estate market still performing very well? Well, obviously there's a lot of factors at play, but the biggest ones that I like to reiterate to people and kind of share with people is that you've got to understand that our 2 biggest feeder markets, meaning that markets people move from into our local market, are the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, as well as Northern Virginia. And the 2 things those areas both share in common, other than awful traffic, is the fact that their real estate prices are much higher than our local real estate prices. So the folks moving into our marketplace, we are much cheaper than what they are used to, what they expect. And therefore, as they continue to move in, they have no problem driving our real estate prices up, which if you're buying could be a bad thing, but as a homeowner, as a home seller, that's certainly a good thing for you. All right, now let's jump into the 2024 home price forecast. So this is where we break out the crystal ball and we really look at what we predict, what we think is going to happen in the coming year. I don't like to give my predictions before I give the predictions of experts. So I'll show you a recent study where 6 of the 8 major forecasting bodies anticipate that we'll have nominal appreciation. So sub 50-year average appreciation. The average of the 8 predictions is 1.5%, which is certainly better than depreciation, but is below the 50-year average of appreciation that we see, which is generally between 3 and 4%, depending on which study that you look at, as far as price appreciation for this year alone. Now, I will give you my personal prediction. I think we're going to see greater appreciation in our Metro Richmond market over and on top of all of these predictions that you've seen. If you look at the graphic currently somewhere on the screen right now, you will see that most of these bodies have predicted where they think we're going to land for the year of 2023 as far as price appreciation goes, and they've all got their different opinions. We're recording this on December the 12th, so there's still some time where it's going to shake out. Still a lot of numbers to look at, and obviously we still got 2 weeks left in the year. However, as you remember what I told you earlier, we currently year over year are at 8.7% appreciation. So we're already over and above what all of these folks are predicting for the country as a whole. So that leads me to believe that we're going to see greater appreciation in the year of 2024 as well. So you might be saying to yourself, hey Chris, that all sounds great, but what does that mean for me? Well, we're going to give you 3 tips if you're a seller or a buyer, as we do always. So for our seller clients, I recommend visiting your attic. So if you are somebody that is planning on selling in 2024, the conversations we tend to have this time of year is, hey, circle back with me, after the first of the year, or hey, I'm going to wait till the spring. And that's totally fine if folks want to list, later into the year. However, it's going to take you longer than you think to declutter, to get stuff out of the attic. So if there's something that you're not planning on keeping or taking to your next house, give it away, sell it, burn it, donate it, get rid of it now. Go ahead and start that work now, especially when you have the downtime in the holidays. On that second note, time goes faster than you think. So if you're somebody that says, hey, we're going to sell at some point next year, but we want to wait till the spring, we want to wait till the summer, I promise you that's going to creep up on you faster than you think. So I'd recommend, whether it's myself or somebody else, have a sit down, have a conversation, have a video video call, have a coffee appointment with a real estate professional, find out what's going to be recommended to get your home ready for market. Go ahead and get started on that now, because if you give yourself 3 months to get ready as opposed to 3 weeks or 3 days, it's going to be a much less stressful process for you. And last but not least, you're probably overlooking something. So we talk to so many people that say, hey, we're going to call you when we're ready to sell, but we don't want to talk beforehand. We don't want to meet beforehand. We know what we need to do to get our home ready for sale. And the reality is most folks that we sit down with, once they finally invite us into their home, they've either spent money on things that are not going to bring them a return, they've done upgrades that they think are great, but no buyer really cares about, or they've overlooked obvious things that are going to move the needle in a negative way for them, or could move the needle in a positive way had they addressed them, because they're looking at their house through their lens and their perspective, as opposed to the perspective of a real estate professional, which, we talk to buyers every day and we know what buyers are looking for in this marketplace. So once again, whether it's me or somebody else, if you're considering a sale in 2024, have a conversation with a real estate professional, get their opinion as to what you should do to get your home ready. And that way you're not going to overlook something that you probably would otherwise. For our buyers, new debt is bad debt. So if you are somebody that is looking to purchase a home in 2024, maybe you're shopping for a home right now, realize that if you put new debt onto your credit report, going and buying a vehicle or, credit cards with Christmas shopping and whatnot, that could negatively impact your ability to buy a home. So talk with your mortgage professional, find out if you have the room to add new debt to your credit report. And the safe thing is always not to add new debt, obviously. Secondly, falling interest rates mean rising prices. So we've recently seen rates fall down to, we're just hovering about 7% right now, whereas we peaked at about 8%. But realize that as rates continue to fall, more and more buyers are going to step into the marketplace, which is ultimately going to drive prices up at higher rates than what we've seen currently. So if you're somebody that's waiting for the rates to come down, realize they will eventually come down, but they're going to come down at higher real estate prices. An alternative is, if you can afford to buy now, date the rate, marry the house, and then refinance down the road when rates do come down. And last but not least, realize that the multiple listing service is not the only place that you can shop for a home. So we've been very successful this year helping numerous buyers find off-market inventory, where basically we're finding out what they're looking for, and then we're going out and finding every home that exists, whether it's being marketed for sale or not, contacting those homeowners and saying, hey, we've got a qualified buyer that would like to buy your home at a fair price. Would you consider selling? And you'd be amazed how many doors, pun intended, open up when you start shopping, not only for just homes that are listed for sale, but for every home that exists in the marketplace. Well, guys, that was your December 2023 market update. I appreciate you spending the time with me. I hope you and your loved ones have a very happy holiday season. Have a good rest of the year. We look forward to seeing you in 2024.